there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome in. It's finally happened! Woo! I'm pretty sick right now, but I'm so happy. Finally, all of the Marvel sets are officially public. Woohoo! It's been so long since we've been seeing the figures leak for these, and I'm just so excited, and I'm really happy overall. There is some really big disappointments, and maybe that could be a separate video of me, again, fixing these sets, changing out some characters, or maybe adding some printing and stuff like that to the characters. But anyways, and I do apologize, but the quality of these pictures are actually really horrible. I recorded it while actually looking at these pictures, and I was hoping that by the time that I had a link to a website where they were actually taken from, that some more HD pictures would be available so that I could put them in the video. So you're gonna have to deal with the quality that I'm looking at as well, and hopefully though we do get some better pictures soon, and then I'll just take down this video or make it private and then re-upload it with some better HD quality pictures and remove this bit. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get things started with the mechs. Now, this is, I think, going to be what's replacing the Mighty Micros, and I have a feeling that maybe in the summertime with the DC sets, again, that's probably going to be a separate video because I get a lot of questions about that, but I think that this is the new Mighty Micros. So the first one that we actually have is set number 76140, the Iron Man Mech, and it will be retailing for $9.99 USD, so $14.99 Canadian, and it looks amazing. Like, this mech, I don't know why, but it really reminds me of the Construction figures that came out in 2012, but I think that these are just infinitely better. Not only do they look better in terms of the builds, but I also think that just the fact that it comes with a minifigure makes it infinitely better and much more cooler. Like I previously said in the past, the actual Iron Man figure is based off of the Avengers game coming out next year from Square Enix, so that's pretty interesting to me in terms of the suit's design and everything, and I think that that helmet piece works really well for that suit. It's really cool, and just the mech itself, I think, looks pretty cool, and it's a nice extension, I think, to the regular suit. But moving on to the next set, which is set number 76141, it is the Thanos mech, and it will retail for the same price as the other one, so $9.99 USD and $14.99 Canadian, and this one looks so amazing. I love this. Just this build is just so cool. I really love the way that it looks. I'm not too big a fan of the minifigure itself. I do like the head printing and the torso printing, but the helmet is just a really weird choice to me. But I love the Infinity Gauntlet build there. It looks so awesome. It's just incredible. Like, it looks so cool, and it'll be cool to like have them fighting each other. But then moving on to the next set, which is set number 76142, the Avengers Speeder Bike Attack, it will be retailing for $24.99 USD. So I think that means that it'll be $34.99 Canadian or either $29.99 Canadian. I'm not sure what that will wind up being, but it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I like the figures for sure in this. I really like AIM as a villain. It would be cool if we did get MODOK, but this is actually based off of the Avengers game, I believe. Now, I'm not sure if this is confirming that Black Panther will be in the game. I believe that there's 6 heroes going to be in the game at launch, and I think that we already know who they are. They're Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Thor, and Miss Marvel. So I'm not sure if Black Panther will be in the DLC or if this is, I don't know. Like, at least Thor here is based off of the game as well as the AIM agent. But it just looks really cool in my opinion. I think that the little hover build there with the AIM agent, it looks pretty cool. And again, these figures are just, they look so great. This is the first time that we're kind of getting like a comic book, I guess, based version of Black Panther, so it's cool to have him with that cape cowl. I don't know, it's really exciting, and I think that it looks pretty good. But moving on to the next set, it's actually set number 76143. It is the Avengers Truck Takedown, and it will retail for $44.99 USD, so I think that it's going to be $54.99 Canadian, and it's really good looking. Like, I think that I'm quite impressed by the build here. It looks interesting. I like the color scheme. It does line up with the actual Hulk helicopter rescue set as well as the Quinjet and all that from the other wave. And the figures here that you're getting are pretty good, I think. 2 AIM agents is really good. A cool, finally, purple classic comic bookish Hawkeye. Again, not sure if that is how he's going to look in the game. We'll have to wait and see. And Captain America. And it's interesting. I don't really think that this helmet is working for me. I think that there definitely needs to be some face printing or something on the actual head, because it's pretty weird. But he does come with a hair piece that you can sub out. And it is pretty interesting that the actual truck can open up on the sides, and I don't know what you can store inside. Maybe you could just, I guess, have the AIM agent sitting there. It doesn't look like you could put anything else really inside, but it's not very realistic, the truck's design, and like there's arms and things sticking out of it, but I think that it works for this kind of set, and the AIM vehicles I think are pretty good, and it's cool to get 2 AIM agents in one set. But that is all of the Avengers sets, and I just want to quickly talk about the box art. It is pretty strange to me to see this box art in terms of like what's on it. Well, first of all, this is different than the Hulk Helicopter Rescue box art. That is actually in an Endgame set, I guess. And this is this different sort of thing, and it's just, I don't know, it's not using the video games logo, it's this different kind of logo, but the box art has Captain Marvel on it with blonde hair, which we've never gotten before, and even Captain America there, like, I think that's him in this set, but what's interesting is that he has a dark blue head, so see, like, that to me looks so much better. And that Iron Man suit, I'm looking through all the past ones, and I can't make out which one it's meant to be. The gold pieces, or whatever that is underneath, is really throwing me off, but the helmet we've gotten, it's just with that circle and I don't know, it's weird. Let me know if you know what suit that's meant to be, but it is very weird that these figures that we're getting here are different than ones that we were getting in sets. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's move on to the Spider-Man sets, which I think is something that we were all really having a lot of high hopes for. And I think for the most part, I'm really quite happy with them. But the first set is actually set number 76146, and this is the Spiderman Mech. And I think that this might be the best looking mech. I'm not sure why, I really like it. I think that it looks really, really awesome. Again, I don't know why, but I think it works really well for Spider-Man, and just this kind of like extension of him, it just looks so cool, and I really like it. I don't know, this could be my favorite one, but again, this is $9.99 USD and $14.99 Canadian, and I really like it. But moving on to the next set, it's set number 76147. It's Vulture's Truck or Robbery, and it's interesting. It's definitely a 4+ set, just by the build of the actual truck. And it does come with a driver, which is pretty interesting, and it's cool that the diamond print is actually the same from the Doc Ock one from this past year. And I think that's a cool little reference. And the Vulture himself is technically exclusive. We've never actually gotten the wings there in that lime green, and that figure is from this past year's one in the Spider Crawler set, and it's not mechanical here. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting. At least it is exclusive, technically speaking, and it does come with a third minifigure, which I really love. And that was one of my favorite parts of the 4+ set from last year, was that they actually added this civilian figure in the Doc set. So that's pretty cool. But moving on to the next set, it is set number 76148, and it is the Spider-Man versus Doc Ock set. And here's the start of the useless Spider-Man vehicles. Woohoo! And I don't know, it looks like a mix between the Spider Crawler from last year and the motorcycle set with Carnage and Miles. I don't know, it's really weird. But what is interesting is the Doc Ock figure has some new arm builds with some different stickers on those pieces. And that's the exact same one from the Junior set last year, so if you didn't get him from there, you can get him here. But what is cool is that we actually have Spider-Girl here, and this is Anya Corazon, which is the first time that we're getting her in minifigure form, which is really cool, and I think is going to be the biggest draw for people for this set. I don't know, the vehicle itself is just, I don't get why this exists. Like, I think that they've just completely run out of ideas, and they're like, oh, let's take the crawler and merge it with the spider bike. So yeah, interesting. But this next set I really like, and it's only for one thing, and it's set number 76149, The Menace of Mysterio. Actually, two things, because actually, no, I like the whole set. I really, really love this set, and it is going to be $24.99 USD, so $34.99 Canadian. For that price, I think that you're getting a lot here. You're getting 4 separate builds. One is a Junior's 4+ helicopter. You know, it's very basic, and at least everything here is printed, so none of these are stickers that you have to put on. And I don't know, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. But what is cool here is that you can actually get Ghost Spider here, or Spider-Gwen, in such a cheaper alternative to the mech from last year. And the actual bank build is quite cool. I like the pirate ship steering wheel there for like you to be able to unlock it, and I like that the Mysterio mech can actually grab it and pull it out so that he can break inside and get the gold ingots and all that. And what I really, really love is the Mysterio minifigure. Finally, after all these years, I have been talking about needing a classic comic book Mysterio, and we finally got it. And I think his mech is pretty funny, and I definitely think that you can upgrade this and make it look maybe better in terms of like just non as Junior-y. But I don't know, it kind of looks like a reskin of a Lex Luthor mech that we got a couple years ago in a Junior set. But I really, really quite like this, and I love the Mysterio minifigure. It looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot believe that we're finally getting him. Moving on to the final set, and it is set number 76150, and it is the Spider Jet versus the Venom Mech, and this will retail for $44.99 USD or $54.99 Canadian. And in terms of the Venom Mech, I don't know, I guess it's a step down from last year's for sure, because it doesn't really look like it's a symbiote extension of him. But what I like about this is that it is in the same sort of vein as the Spider-Man mech, as well as the Iron Man and Thanos one. So it's cool that instead of having him be his own in his own separate set, just calling it the Venom mech, that they've made this Spider Jet build, which actually for a jet looks really cool. And while he doesn't need it, of course, I think that it's unique, and it's definitely, it doesn't look like a repeat of any vehicle that we've gotten from Spider-Man in the past, so I can't really complain about it. But yeah, I think it looks really cool, and of course, I think that getting that Venom is definitely going to be a big draw for people, because a lot of people just love that one from last year, and I think it's definitely the best version of Venom that we've gotten. But I think, of course, the biggest draw is finally Spider-Man Noir. I'm so happy that we're finally getting him, and overall, I think this wave is pretty good. It is disappointing in terms of the fact that we're only getting 2 new characters with Spider-Girl as well as Spider-Man Noir. And with the Avengers sets, I guess we're getting an AIM agent for the first time. But I think that they played it really safe here, where they could have done something a little bit different, or I don't know, like instead of putting Ghost Spider in with the Mysterio set, have Shocker helping Mysterio rob the bank, or instead of the Venom mech, maybe make it a different villain having a mech or something. I'm not sure, but I don't know, even Vulture, like him stealing the truck, it's just, it could have been literally anyone else, and I think that I would have been happy with it. But overall, I get it, they played it safe, especially with the Spider-Man sets, but I really like the Avengers ones, and I'm quite liking the mech builds. But anyways, everyone, I do want to hear your thoughts. Leave them down below in the comment section. Which ones are your favorites? Which ones are you planning on picking up in January? I hope that you did enjoy the video, and I hope that you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.